At this point, it's really anyone's guess what direction Luna 2.0 will take in regards to its price. However, there are largely two groups of people with opinions on this. Some people believe that TERRA has no future, while others believe that the coin is still worth the attention. So what we'll be doing in this video is to carefully look at both sides of the argument so that we can all come to our individual conclusions on whether Luna is worth it or not. Welcome back to the channel, Lunatics. Thanks for joining in for another video. If this is your first video on this channel, you're more than welcome here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you want to continue getting regular updates on the TERRA ecosystem and the general crypto market. Now let's get into the video. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, one side of the argument strongly believes that there is no future for Luna 2.0, and they have reasons for this. The most obvious reason is the fact that the price of the coin has been on a steady decline since it was launched towards the end of May. In fact, in just under a week, the coin managed to lose more than 50% of its value. Remember that Luna 2.0 was meant to be the rescue plan for the failed Luna coin, which is now referred to as Luna Classic after the crash, which saw investors lose billions of dollars. Dakwon decided to create a new blockchain and coin seemingly to help investors recover some of what they've lost. However, if that was actually the plan, the new blockchain and token have been doing a poor job probably ever since they were launched, which is one of the reasons some people believe that there is no future for Luna 2.0. But that's not all. The fact that Dakwon and Terraform Labs are still under serious investigations in both the US and South Korea is another reason that some did not believe in the new Luna. The US Securities and Exchange Commission is trying to find out whether the marketing of TERRA USD violated federal investor protection regulations. And then the police force in Seoul, South Korea is investigating the staff of Terraform Labs for embezzlement. Many are starting to see Luna 2.0 as nothing more than a ploy by a few big investors who were heavily invested in Luna prior to the crash to recover some of the money that they lost. According to Live Mint Maddie Greenspan, the founder of Quantum Economics, had this to say on the issue. Luna 2 was never meant to survive. It was simply a mechanism for some who were heavily invested to recoup some of their losses at the expense of new money coming in from the high. I don't see any reason for the price to go up ever. Canal Goal, a research analyst at Missouri, gave a quick analysis when they said that TERRA 2.0 suffers from multiple problems. It has gone live in an unfavorable macro and crypto environment without an algorithmic stablecoin. It has no clear point of differentiation from other smart platforms. Finally, the regulatory overhang is a key concern in investors' minds. In this quick analysis, Goal was able to point out a number of important things. First off, they say that the fact that Luna 2.0 was launched at a time when the crypto market is basically a crisis is one of the reasons why it has not performed as expected and probably will not. What this means is that if Terraform Labs have decided to take their time and wait out this crypto winter, Luna 2.0 might have stood a chance. However, that's not the only factor. Gall also mentioned the absence of an algorithmic stablecoin apparently, because there's no algorithmic stablecoin on the new TERRA blockchain. It is difficult for it to be differentiated from the other smart contract platforms out there. Now, of course, not every smart contract platform has an algorithmic stablecoin. However, some of those platforms have already been able to make a name in the market, while TERRA 2.0 needs all the help that it can get. The final factor pointed out is the issue with the regulatory overhang, with all these different governments breathing down the necks of Terraform Labs and Dakwon. The TERRA atmosphere does not appear appealing to potential and even current investors. These three factors put together make it difficult to see any future with Luna 2.0. Now, all that Gold said was reiterated by Riyad Carey, a research analyst at Kaiko, when they told Liveman that Luna 2 will be. They have a difficult time distinguishing itself in a crowded loan ecosystem with large players like Avalanche and Solana, and of course Ethereum. While the original TERRA had a fairly robust ecosystem, much of that activity was centered around UST and OST. Additionally, some of the price action was based around the burning of Luna to create OST. So now Luna 2 doesn't have this mechanism, will be facing inflation in the form of vesting and unlocks in obviously the baggage of being tied to the largest ever crypto collapse. So it'll definitely be a tough path forward. All of that said, this is just one side of the argument. The other side of the argument seems to have a lot of faith in Luna 2.0, and the major thing that they pointed out is that the chart does not show Luna on a consistent decline. Looking at the price chart for Luna, you'll notice that highs have been followed by lows and lows have been followed by highs, and this insinuates that the price of Lunar 2.0 has appreciated at different points, showing that the coin is far from dead. In fact, the lows that the token has been experiencing can be blamed on general crypto market performance, considering that there's hardly any token in the market without its lows. So some seem to think that as the general crypto market improves and comes out of the red, Luna will follow suit. Now those are the two positions on the future of Lunar 2.0 currently. Which of these positions do you think has it right, and why? And if for whatever reason you do not agree with either of those positions, or you agree with both, you can tell us what your position is in the comments section. Now to the general crypto news. MasterCard's 2.9 billion cardholders will soon be able to make straight NFT purchases with their MasterCards. MasterCard has just revealed that it has been working on this for the past year. It was also mentioned that the payment platform has worked with a couple of top NFT marketplaces to make these direct NFT purchases feasible, including Immutable X Candy Digital, The Sandbox, Mintable Spring Nifty Gateway, and MoonPay. So instead of converting cash to crypto in order to purchase NFTs, MasterCard users all over the world will now be able to purchase NFTs using their cards. Great, right? Before arriving at this decision, the payment company conducted a survey across 40 countries with 35,000 participants. According to the findings, 45 of respondents had purchased or were contemplating purchasing an NFT, and 50 of the respondents expressed a desire to have more flexible purchasing options. In announcing this new development, MasterCard mentioned that these integrations are designed to make crypto more accessible and help the NFT ecosystem keep growing, innovating, and bringing in more fans. I think it's safe to expect more developments like this. Finally, Blockware report says that global Bitcoin adoption will hit 10 by 2030, and if this happens, it would make Bitcoin the fastest disruptive technology to get this much adoption. Cointelegraph records that in its Wednesday report, Blockware Intelligence said that it arrived at this forecast by examining historical adoption curves for 9 past disruptive technologies, including automobiles, electric power, smartphones, the internet, and social media, along with the growth rate of Bitcoin adoption since 2009. That said, Blockware Intelligence's the research arm of Blockbuster Solutions, which happens to be a Bitcoin mining and blockchain infrastructure company, so it is very plausible that their predictions are heavily biased. That said, we'd like to hear what you think in the comment section. Could Bitcoin actually achieve 10 adoption by 2030, which is in 8 years, by the way? With that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there. If you're a true Luna fan, then you must check out this video.